Just a quick review where we are. We're actually at this point. We have determined HSLA, everything already. So let's talk about the applications of it. Alright, and hopefully you can clear this two in this video. Okay, I don't know whether can we do that, but can I do that? Yeah. So let's go. And over here, this is in terms of a highlight over here is that because the front side of the car must be able to absorb the head-on impact. Alright, because your car is driving, alright, sometimes you may want to hit other car, alright, and therefore the head-on impact over here can cause the person over here to actually fly out. So the impact itself is in order to resist the impact, alright, so that the person will not fly out, will stay inside the car, or will not suffer any big injury. You're gonna test based on the so-called, what's that called, progressive deformation type of thing. So let's read further and see what exactly it's talking about. So the car should be able to absorb a head-on blah blah at a minimum speed of and then over here is avoid serious injury, short brain damage, etc. And then design progressive deformations. Also, therefore, this may be achieved by carefully designing progressive deformation mechanism of the front side. Alright, so in order to resist impact, it's talking about progressive deformations. So although it happened very fast that when you crash, alright, you crash, but if you were to have a slow motion video camera, alright, it may actually crash like that, and then and then blah. So this type of things is designed in that way so that you can reduce the amount of impact. Alright, so in order to reduce the amount of impact against crashing, alright, you want to look at progressive deformation. So I repeat again, using progressive deformation, you can talk about how to determine the impact strength also. Alright, and therefore what they do is that dynamic loading is very difficult to determine, alright, and often requires advanced method analysis and a lot of computing time. Alright, so the only certain approach is to assess impact in this experiment very costly again. Alright, so normally when you see some car commercials, normally they crash the car. Alright, so you want to design a car and then you crash it. So these are the things. So you start with empirical equations, so meaning that you have to derive based on the car crash experiment. So you keep crashing the car and then you take experiments on what type of materials fly out, or the distance of the crash, or things like that. You want to consider the strength formability as well, alright, the tensile strength most probably, corrosion resistance in this design, and these materials are often used aluminium and composite for this front part. For the front part, you want to resist deformations, or you want to isolate, alright, you want to isolate your impact stress into a form of a progressive deformation. Alright, you want to isolate your impact stress to a progressive deformation, so you can disperse the stress more readily. So you can disperse the impact stress more readily. Alright, and I don't think you need to memorize this equation. It's not given in the slides, so I don't think you will need to do that also. Where is my... oh, okay, this is a picture, damn it. Alright, so and therefore the rest I think you can read it out yourself. The equation is in, just think the graph is in terms of force kilonewton per s is the deformations, I think. Yeah, so I don't know what exactly is the graph talking about. Anyway, yeah. So FEA is finite element analysis. EXP, I don't know what the hell is going on. So yeah, good job. Anyway, so take note of maybe let's see, applications in cars. So take note of all these things like progressive deformations mechanism, alright, and also like requirements in design. So when you design a car, you need to talk about the requirements of the design, alright, ease of maneuver of the car, alright, stiffness of material and impact of collision, Ease of repair and service, talking about how you repair. Alright, is the car, because sometimes you can't design maybe you have maybe this is a oil area or fuel tank area, and maybe you have some filter over here. Alright, so in order to service this filter, you can't most probably create a barrier, right? You can't, because maybe you're scared that the filter may be spoiled by the fuel leaking or whatever. So you create a super ultra big casing over here. Alright, then if you want to repair it, you want to take a lock and then open the lock, and then after that you take out the filter, which is very very troublesome, right? So it's trying to to talk about that. Alright, to repair and service, ease of repair and service. So it's easier to repair or service certain parts, so that yeah. So these are the stuff you want to take note of. So these are the materials you also want to take note of. So these are design requirements, and then these are the progressive deformation mechanism, alright, to resist the impact. This is the requirements in the design. And the desirable properties of a strip steel coating. Alright, so what is the strip steel coating? Stripe steel lah. So the term stripe coating is the application of extra coating of paint to edges, welds, fasteners, and other irregular areas, so that you protect or you strengthen the particular part. So the coating provides the area with sufficient firm build for added protection against corrosion, and usually done before applying the full coat, etc. So wow, it's pretty nice. It's more effective when the edges are round, and this is achieved by grinding the sharp edges. So these are all the manufacturing methods. The drying time should not be too long, filling in the small voids here, blah 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 blah. Alright, at least yeah, it's a good video, good website. Yeah, so this is how they coat it. So they coat the sharp edges and irregular parts with a coating to prevent corrosion. But however, right, the problem arises with HSLA steel products, because zinc coating by hot dipping is not suited for this type of sheet HSLA sheet metal. So it's not compatible with zinc coating. So the paint is not compatible with zinc coating. So therefore can cause damage in the microstructure. So you need to combine zinc coating by electro depositions and polymer blah 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 for this new type of steel. And wow, you want to also just take note of that. Alright, zinc iron and zinc nickel is desirable for automobile. Alright, for strap steel. Strap steels are just steels that have irregular parts, as we have said. So the techniques on putting in the zinc coating to enable corrosion, alright, because with traditional hot dip method, because normally you want to coat the sheet of metal. For example, if you have this piece of HSLA metal, in order to have it to have a zinc coating, you need to hot dip it. Alright, so you need to dip it in a hot solution, I think. So therefore this will cause the because once you change the temperature, definitely the microstructure will change, and this is why it's not desirable. And therefore in order to do that, you will have a new method called the electro depositions and polymer coating. So I think electro depositions is just electroplating, which is the one that I showed you earlier.
The idea of electroplating is like this. Okay, let's say we have a...
So I think you get what I mean already. So the cathode will go to the anode, and then you'll create a layer protecting the anode. Alright, so the anode, so this piece over here, when you dip it in a solution, some of the oxygen will come to here and then create a layer of coatings to protect it. So it's electroplating lah. And then polymer coating, let's take a look. So I think you can suggest you go to Corrosionpedia. Wow, a lot of things talking for this website a lot. So this coating is made with polymer that provides superior adherence, so it can stick onto the surface very well and protect against corrosion, and then blah 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 blah. These are the coatings that you can use lah. And then widely used for farm equipment, requiring good good corrosion protection. So these are all the pros and cons, alright, or how do you choose the optimum coatings that you want, alright, things like that. Provide attractive appearance as well. It's pretty cool. So I think we also talked about polymer coating before, alright, since I think I have watched this video also. So just I think you just dip it with the water and then you coat it around. That's all. So the objective is to eliminate painting of the final products, which is made out of steel strip in its final stage. So you want to create a zinc first. Create a zinc already, and then you want to, I don't know what it's trying to say. So the development of new coating on strip steel is still intense, with the objective of eliminating painting of the product in the final stage. So they are trying to eliminate painting. Most probably is because they want to cut down the cost, the painting cost and the printing process. So this is why they're trying to do that, I think. Yeah, okay. Anyway, so all about here is talking about desirable properties of a striped steel coating. So you want it to have all this joining, formality and corrosion resistance. These are the properties that you want. Okay, so I think still talk about the properties also. Alright, but never mind, let's continue. Nonetheless, you can also heat treatment the HSLA steel with a martensite structure. Alright, this enable hot form blah 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 to have a high strength corrosion resistance, and this is the thing. Alright, I also don't know what this. I think this layer is the martensite, and then this layer is the zinc. Alright, and over here this is the finishing REM materials. I don't know what is REM. I don't know whether is it a measure radiation material, or I don't know what the hell. REM, what is REM for radiation? It's a large dose of radiation. So I think the coating is to protect the car from radiation, alright, damages into the polymer, because since maybe it may be a composite or whatever, I don't know. Most probably is advanced metal, what I'm talking about. Anyway, yeah, for you to think about it. But yeah. So just a summary, this video is only talking about like how to reduce the impact stress using progressive deformations method, alright, and also the requirements in design for your car, as well as suddenly the desirable properties of a striped steel coating. So it's talking about properties also. Alright, so all in all, there will be a certain different applications in car. So overall, I would believe that this video is applications in car parts. This progressive deformations is for the head of the car, or the front side of the car. Or the requirements in design is talking about the overall design requirements of the car. While over here, desirable properties of a striped steel coating is only talking about certain uneven parts, as we have said just now. Alright, like fasteners, everything. So you will have this type of coating to protect it or to strengthen it with this all properties that is being mentioned. Okay, and as well as heat treatment to have a martensite structure to enable high strength and corrosion resistant parts. Before I go, I have one potential question, is that how to protect the steel from corrosion. Alright, and therefore you will talk about this type of coating. And these are the two methods using zinc coating. Alright, and why do we not use hot dip method? And then you can say that it will cause damage to the microstructure because it's a heating process. So you heat up the thing and then change the microstructure of the HSLA metal. Alright, things like that. So you want to talk about it. So the zinc coating you want to take note is that it's applied onto the HSLA metal sheet, to be exact. It's a sheet of metal. Alright, so take note of it. So I think this is it. It's more on the application side of HSLA and the properties or considerations that you want. Hopefully I make it clear, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. So next video I'll add on a little bit on all these properties, I guess. Yeah, so next video then. See you there.